should have gotten more of these pens at Planet Fitness before I stopped going there and Trump virus hit. Wait for some people to arrive, and we'll do ourselves an LA News Roundup. Les voy a llevar las noticias desde Los Angeles. Well, I guess top of the news, obvious, my hair's grown like 3 inches in 2 days. What's going on? Once it gets long, then it grows so quickly, so fast. And it looks ridiculous. I look like basically a character in kind of a pretty big sized, but still a little bit less, you know, I mean, like a 70s movie where, or late 60s, and like, you know, you get the sense that the filmmakers are still kind of learning the form and stuff. It's not quite totally, you know, refined. That's what my hair looks like, a character in one of those movies. Everyone join in. I have barely eaten a thing today. It's really incredible. But we're not going to touch on that because I'm just going to save that for the news over here. That's on my agenda today. I'm going to talk all about what I eat, my digestion, my bowel movements. My brain is messed up because I can't think. I'm not eating very much. Two people here. I'm gonna wait for more. And get some bland cereal. That's enough. That was probably like 40 calories that I'm eating. Jeez. Probably not even that. I have peanut butter here, but I've had enough peanut butter lately. Tired of it. Alright, shall we get right into it, or should I wait for 5 people to be here? I'll eat some sardines first. Protect my delicate skin from the sun while I pour these out onto the street. These are the good, no, these are the medium trash bags, medium quality. Before I had good ones, and I have these ones, which are utter garbage. They're like fucking cobwebs. No strength. No tensile strength, whatever that's called. Alright, click like everyone, we're gonna get into this. I hope I don't spill any fish juice on my nice outfit. Already, the stream's cutting out. Damn it. I think that might be because the phone's getting hot. I don't know. But click like everyone, helps the video out. We need to get as many likes as we can get. I look kind of like a reporter from the 40s with this piece of junk on my skull. Maybe like a reporter in the 60s who's traveling and can't get a really good hat. So I'm just wearing that worn out, distressed hat. Alright, click like everyone, we're going to get into this. I got a bunch of news from LA. You're only going to hear this here. I haven't put this shirt on in like a year. It's been sitting in the back seat of my car. First up, bit of news. Yesterday, there was a cluster of earthquakes along the San Andreas Fault. I think more south of here, like San Diego, 150 miles south. But it's like the fourth time there's been a big cluster of like 80 earthquakes or something. Low on the Richter scale, like 3 something. But it's the fourth time since 2001 they've had these big clusters, and supposedly we're overdue for the big one, like a 7.0 or greater. And there's a big one every 150 to 200 years, and like we're 25 years overdue or something. I can't remember. It said that like the last big one was like 1680 or something like that. What were people wearing back then? That's still when I think back in my head to when the colonists were wearing the pilgrim outfits. Anyways. So maybe it was a release of tension, but scientists were saying, like, we don't know if this means there's a big earthquake coming or not, the big one. So a little scary. Keep your phones charged. Also, what's always had me terrified is, what if a massive one, like a 9.0 hits, and there's a huge tsunami that wipes out potentially hundreds of thousands of people all the way up to the 5, like going in east. Which fortunately I'm a little past that, and I doubt it would really hit, a tidal wave would hit, what, 20 miles in, 30 miles? I don't know what it's capable of doing, but I get it, you know, nobody wants to change their life for something that seems remote, and yet, is it worth it? And yet, I've gone to the beach too. I've gone to Santa Monica, Redondo Beach, and anyways. Next bit of news. Vegas Pro 18 is out. That's the Magix, formerly owned by Sony. Then Magix, a German company, bought it. Video editing software that I used and many other editors used for years. It's great. It's powerful. Unlike Adobe, you don't pay a monthly license fee. When you buy it, it's yours. You can now. They do offer an option to pay monthly, like a year, a payment plan or something. But it looks awesome. They finally have really sophisticated color tools, motion tracking, which I don't believe they had before. If you wanted to motion track, you would have to do it frame by frame, basically, and keyframe it. Which you can see stuff like that in some older videos I've done, especially the Tim Heidecker videos that I've edited. But it's great software. The thing is, if you want a job as a professional film editor, you can get work as working with Vegas, but more likely you're going to need to use Adobe Premiere, Final Cut Pro, and to a lesser extent Avid. So that's the downside of it. Is yes, it's awesome software, it's powerful. I hear about all these crappy problems with other software and unintuitive controls and stuff. I'm like, Vegas has had all this for years. It's just not well. Sony always didn't promote it, and plus their customer service was terrible. It's like you had to pay to get someone on the phone, or you could send in a trouble ticket and wait. Magix, they're way more responsive. You have a problem, send it right to them, and they'll tell you, oh, okay, we're looking into it. Thank you. And they're expanding their product line. They have other photo editing software, all that stuff. I have no money for any of this stuff, nor do I have a computer fast enough to use it, but just so you know, you video heads out there, Anna Blooms, I don't know what you typed. Maybe you retracted the message yourself, but click like, everyone. Helps the video out. God damn, my hair looks ridiculous. I'm serious. It looks like a ridiculous, like, you know, just a very, like, ugly 70s movie where the fashion and wardrobe and architecture, everything is ugly. The decor, everything, including the hair. My hair went from being a little bit elegant to now just fucking like tendrils that go out. Speaking of Tim Heidecker and video editing, tomorrow, 0 Hour is coming. A new ebook by O is coming out called Make Me Laugh, Make Me Smile, an unofficial office hours tale. So I'll give you all, since you're watching, a little bit of an insight into how I got my hands on this ebook. It's coming out tomorrow. It's a free ebook. I sleep in my car. I don't think it's a secret anymore. And I woke up one day, went to the hood of my car, went around my car to shower, but then I saw on the hood of my car a little flash stick, little USB flash stick, and it had an O carved into it. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm going to throw it away. Why is someone leaving their trash on my car? Do I look like a trash can? But right then, notification came to my phone. I see I got a donation on Venmo for $750. Someone donated $750 to me and tracked me down. They stalked me and left that flash drive and said, there's an ebook in this flash drive. I want you to publish it. They didn't want to do it themselves. I'm like, well, okay, $750, that's a lot of money. I put it into my laptop. I read it. I immediately threw up all over my laptop. It was so disgusting. So right there, $300 down for a new refurbished laptop. It was so disgusting, so upsetting, this book, but $750 is good money. I don't know what this person's capable of if I don't publish it. So I went ahead, and there was a video they gave me too, and they requested I film my own part of the video. I had nothing to do with this story, but I'm putting it up tomorrow. It's a free ebook about office hours with Tim Heidecker, DJ Doug Lucenhop, Vic Berger, and many guests, prestigious guests. It's an award-winning podcast. So that comes out tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. And I'm not playing games about this. This book really made me sick. It's disturbing. It's upsetting. So read it. Again, Make Me Laugh, Make Me Smile, and Office Hours Tale. What job, Cindy? What's 80-ish? I'm not doing the weather. No weather. Thank you, Joshua. Well, you can look forward to reading it or not. I didn't write it. I don't care. I just found it. Someone sent it to me. Okay? So, yes, check it out tomorrow, and if you would, just keep supporting me. Next bit of news. We've hit the earthquakes. The San Andreas Fault had a huge cluster of earthquakes. It could mean the big one's coming, could not mean it. They don't know. Could relieve pressure on the fault, could be a sign that fault pressure is increasing. A little scary. I'm not so scared of being in an earthquake itself. It's the tsunami that has the potential to literally devastate the coast. Everybody remember this reporting like 6 years ago, and then people forgot, and it's like, why aren't we doing anything about it? I get it, because nobody wants to leave the coast. The coast looks amazing, You have amazing housing there and stuff, and yet, even if it happens in 25 years, why would you want your life cut short because of that? I don't know. I know, but I get it. It's hard, because even if you visit once, it's like you're putting your life at risk too of being there when a tsunami hits. And it would be, the worst feeling in the world. Speaking of the worst feeling in the world, I'm still recovering from my dissociative disorder. It's getting better overall. Certain things can trigger it. Today I was looking through Instagram. It was just fucking flaring up, but it's not the worst that it could ever be. Tomorrow, another bit of news. The job presentation that I'm going to watch is taking place. So it's a job that they're having an online presentation. I got a message about it because I get job listings from LA Family Housing. And they said it's 6 months. It's disinfecting buildings like schools and offices. Oh boy, I disinfected my own office right there. And I think it pays $17 an hour. So you got to watch online tomorrow. I'll go online and watch like some presentation about it. And I'm really hoping that there's nothing keeping me from getting the job, and that I can get it tomorrow, or actually like look at it and be like, okay, I'm gonna get it. And the reason I really want this job, first of all, it pays well, pays better than Amazon. Amazon will work your ass off, but it's 6 months. Oh, and no customers, but it's 6 months and you're done. So I really don't like the idea of taking a job, and they always, they almost always want to ask you, how long do you plan on being here and stuff. It's a horrible feeling to know, like, I can't bluff my way into that. Like, oh yeah, I've been working on films for, the last year in LA and nothing else, but oh yeah, definitely, I want to work for your company for 5 years, work my way up to management and all the way up to the top. Retire, making $48,000 a year, driving a 2011 Toyota Camry, all that crap. But real slim pickings for jobs. The other thing I'm looking at, potentially construction, because I'm seeing some listings where they're like, we don't care about experience, we'll train you. I know construction is very hard work, and the kind of, this ties into two bits of more news I have here on my my sources. One, which is I'm not eating nearly enough to be working super hard. Probably. What I mean is not that I can't work hard or anything, but I'm eating so little it's hurting my head and stuff, but I'm losing weight quickly. Because I don't care about building muscle. I want to be cut. I am building some muscle, and I'm like hitting my workouts hard. I pronounce that weird. What is with my pronunciation? I'm not around people much lately, so my pronunciation gets weird. But I'm hitting my workouts real hard lately, but I'm not super worried about keeping them really long, because it's just my body's worn out. It's not that my muscles hurt; they're sore. Just fatigue sets in. I cannot do. It's like my arms and legs are like lead. Today I was able. And that's more for burpees. Today I was able to do a bunch of pull-ups and dips. So that's a little different. It's a little less hard on me, but burpees, man, the squats and everything, it's just hard. But I don't care, because I'm trying to cut and lose weight. And then as, when I get more cut and fit and lose another 30 pounds or so of fat, then I can start adding, protein and stuff if I even have money. Trying to take protein in low calories like this, 210 calories for 40 grams of protein. I can get these with my food stamp card. So yeah, that's the other bit of news. I am losing weight. I'm losing quite a bit. Oh, hold on. I just got an update from our field office. Nelson Oliveira donated $30. Here's the weird. Wait, but what's he? Oh, Canada. That's what I was like. California? Do they have their own money? Because it says $22 up in the corner on my screen. Right there. But thank you, Nelson. What a surprise. It's amazing. Yeah, Ace, you're right. Construction is a biatch. It is hard work. I'm not in any illusions like, oh, it's going to be fun. I'm going to be working with that. No, they work you damn hard, because you're there to get stuff done quick. You're not there to like, don't worry. We'll get it built when we get it built. Maybe. If you're, whatever. 80-ish look, maybe. Thank you, Nelson. Yes, thank you so much for the donation. Yeah, that is really great. That does help me out, because, yes, I do. By the way, I was getting calls from debt collectors yesterday. I wasn't answering, and they didn't leave messages, but I'm like, this seems like if they're calling twice, could be something. So I looked up the number. Sure enough, it's tied to the bill I have for like $1,200 bill for tires and bushings and arm controls that I got on my last car like a month before it was destroyed, and I got it financed because the tires were almost bald and everything, and then the car was destroyed a month later. I've had to finance that. I'm paying every month, and I had it delayed, and I thought it was still on pause, but apparently I owed 2 months payment on that, which is only $60, but if I don't get it all paid by the newly delayed date of whenever it is, February or something, then they're going to start charging a ton of interest. So I really want to get that $1,200 bill paid before the end of the year. And they don't want you to pay it. They want you to pay the minimum every month. That way you'll be paying a ton in interest. I don't want to give those pricks the satisfaction. So either that or just go off the grid. Nobody gets any money from me. The other thing I was going to say, so weight loss, I am losing weight. It's going well. I go to sleep so hungry. So not like I'm starving. It's more like it hits my head. Like my head is hurting because I'm so hungry, but I don't want to eat. And it's good. I'm losing weight. I got to. It's for my health because it's not just about looks. It's your heart is working harder. Your body's more inflamed. You know, your arteries can be affected. You know, cholesterol, all that stuff. So I want to be at an ideal weight. I've never been as thin as I want. I've been somewhat close, but I could have lost another at least 5 or 10 pounds when I was at my lowest. It's time to get really low on the scale, and then I can start going back and forth with, you know, 1 week be cutting. Oh, man, cut some carbon dioxide right there, methane. And 1 week be, you know, bulking up a little bit. Not that I don't want to be big. I don't want to be an Olympian or anything. It just basically I need enough calories to function and to not be just my arms and legs give out when I work out and doing burpees. But I hit them really hard lately, as much as I could. I could only do 15 minutes of burpees before I wore the hell out. 2 months ago, I was doing them for an hour, hour and a half. Now, I wasn't as dedicated, I wasn't hitting them as hard, but still, I could do them a lot, and I was eating more. I think that's a big thing. Other thing is I need to sleep more. I'm having trouble sleeping. I'm having trouble going to sleep on time. That's the other thing, because I just want to do a bunch of stuff. Speaking of, okay, I was talking about retiring and getting a 2011 Toyota Camry. My car pick of the day is a Toyota, either a Camry, Corolla, Scion, Solaris, is that what it's called? Solana? I don't know. Between 1994 and 2001. Great cars. They got the ASIN or whatever transmission. Great cars. This car I want it to last another 10 years. This Toyota Camry I have. Great car. Don't get a newer one with all, even the newer Toyotas. They get recalls and stuff. They're not trying to perfect them. They're trying to messing them up. They got too many computer parts in them where even you change the tire, it resets a code and you can't start the car because you got to go to the dealer and get the code reset or something. Bullshit, I say. Get one where you feel the road because the road is going through mechanically, not with all these computer parts and no touch screens. How am I supposed to use a touch screen when I'm driving with these? I don't know how you don't. Look how dark my fucking hand gets from where the sun hits it and up. I'm gonna be like a fucking burnt chicken. Oh shit. I drive with these gloves on during the day to protect my hands. How am I supposed to hit a touch screen with this? Dumbass. So get a used from a private seller 94 to 2001 Toyota. Those are my car picks of the day. Even the SUVs are good. I wouldn't trust SUVs from anywhere else except older GMCs or Fords. I mean way older. Because I've seen them analyzed by Scotty Kilmer. He's the go-to guy for cars for me because he's quick, energetic. He doesn't waste your time. I admit, I waste your time. I'm wasting your time right now. But he goes through the cars so quick. And I didn't know he edits his videos himself. He said that. I'm like, holy shit. He works on cars all day. He answers questions live. He edits all his videos. Like, but he doesn't do much else. That's the thing. He said he doesn't drive much. He doesn't take many trips anywhere. He's very thrifty. He gets a lot of free stuff from car makers, car part makers that they want him to use on the channel, and he doesn't accept money for them. So, I mean, you know, never totally know, but he seems honest. I take him at his word so far. I've always got in my mind, if something doesn't make sense, I'll question it. But I learned how to buy cars from him, so here's what I learned, and it worked well with this car. Find a private seller. Don't go to a dealer. They have all kinds of bullshit fees that are just money for them. There's no set price for a car. Even Kelley Blue Book, a lot of that is influenced by the car makers themselves. The price for a used car is whatever you want to sell it for. However, used car dealers overprice their cars. You'll pay all these bullshit and fees. They'll try and stick you on warranties where they're like, yeah, we have the year-long warranty, but it doesn't really apply in this case. You see, you drove through the longitudinal line in this day, whatever. Find a used car on Craigslist or wherever. private seller. Make sure the title is in the seller's name, because if it's not, it could be either stolen, or more likely, it's a used car dealer who will pay someone to sell cars online on Facebook or Craigslist or whatever, pretend it's their car, but in reality, you're screwed if anything happens, because you're paying more because it belongs to the dealer. Also, you check the title to make sure it's a clean title. It's not a salvage. Yes, some salvage titles can be okay, but if the car's been flooded, if it's been junked before, you might be buying something that's a lemon. It's going to break down in 3 months, or going to require tons in repairs. Toyotas hold their value. Even the SUVs are good. Sequoia, RAV4. What's the other one? Toyota Sequoia, Toyota. Help me out here. RAV4, Sequoia, but Land Cruiser. Wait, is it Toyota Land Cruiser? I forget the name. Maybe that's it. But click like, everyone, helps the video out. But basically, get a Toyota. The only other option for me, if you want an old SUV, yes, a Ford or a GMC. Oh, actually, or old Volvos before like 2000. They're not very fast, but or Honda Civic, whatever. I'm getting off track. Toyotas between 94 2001. Get it checked out by a mechanic, test drive it, check everything on it, check all the dials, make sure everything works, check even the rear view mirror, the side mirrors, every lock, every window button, make sure everything works. I didn't realize when I got everything worked on this car except the dash lights and the air conditioning lights. I didn't notice because it was daytime when I test drove it. So, not a huge deal. I'm still glad I got the car, don't regret it at all. But I just went and got some LED lights, including one here, very bright, compared to the bullshit halogen bulb that was in there before. Incandescent bulb, I don't know if it was halogen. I don't know what halogen means. But LEDs all through the car, so that's great. I really hate it when people dial out from their Bluetooth and you can hear the phone fucking ringing down the street. They lowered the volume on it. It always sounds alarming, like they're calling the cops on me or something. But test drive it, check the AC, drive it 15 minutes highway, drive 15 minutes or more back on the city, make sure the AC and switch between that and the heat, make sure it runs in every setting from the mid to the defrost and all that. Now the servos on this or something broke, so it's stuck in defrost, which I don't care about because all I ever use the AC on this car for is the defrost when it's when there's a little moisture on the window in the morning, and I try and wipe down all I can. But at some point I'll try and fix it myself. But anyways, 94 to 2001, check underneath, tap around with like a hammer or something, make sure it's not rusting. Feel along all the edges of the car, the doors, make sure, and see if there's different colors of paint. If there's different colors of paint, it means it was in a wreck and it was repainted and new body parts were put in, and you got to make sure they tell you about that. And don't trust Carfax, it's not necessarily going to say all that. But check for different colors paint underneath in the trunk. Feel along to see if it feels uneven or anything. Get a Foxwell scanner tool if you can and plug it into the ODB port. No, onboard diagnostic, OBD, not ODB, old dirty bastard. Plug it in, test it out, make sure there's no error codes. Drive it, all that stuff, check the radiator fluid, check the oil. Look around for leaks, then bring it to a mechanic and have them thoroughly look at it. Ask them, look, check for any cleared error codes, check the struts, check everything, all that. This car needs new struts. They don't really matter because it makes the car bounce a little more. But you want to check everything just in case. The brakes, the ball bearings, all that. Fortunately, the last owner of this car was a mechanic. He kept it in great shape. 2 mechanics cleared it. The first mechanic, it was leaking oil. He noticed it. He said, oh, it could be $1,000. I'm like, damn. Well, I talked to the previous owner. I'm like, well, what do you want to do? I mean, is there anything you can do about this? He's like, let me fix it because it's not going to cost $1,000. Look, the oil's leaking up high. It's not anything serious. I can get parts tonight and fix it. Sure enough, he did. Next day, mechanic cleared it. So be prepared to take it to a mechanic, spend money there. And I got this car for $2,300. Fortunately, the guy who owned it before, great. I've texted him a few times since to ask him, like, hey, what kind of oil did you put in the car? What, simple, where'd you get the tires? I might need the warranty and all that stuff. That's it. But that's how you do it. So Toyota. Enough of that. I'm rambling now. Yeah, exactly. Ace Howard. I thought Scotty had editors too, because first of all, his videos consistently get hundreds of thousands of views. A lot of them, 100,000 views within a single day. He always picks great topics, and it's like, how does he do all that and have time to research cars? Because he's got to be up to date on the new technology. So, anyways, yeah, Scotty Kilmer said he edits his own videos. Uh, yes, the shirt and tie combo is on me. Click like, everyone. Next bit of news. I'm dissociating right now. It's a headline, breaking headline. My leg is, I'm feeling it. The weird spot in my leg. It's kind of upsetting. I'm still waiting till the day when I just feel like myself, feel normal. God damn this fucking disorder. Deal of the day. Deal of the day. Deal of the day. At Vallarta Supermarket in California. I've never seen these on the East Coast, so I don't know if they're just all on the West Coast or different parts of the country. Vallarta, it's a Hispanic supermarket. They got low prices on a lot of stuff, way cheaper than Ralph's or Harris Teeter and all that. They don't have as many certain types of things, like a lot of it's kind of stuff you don't need, like the fancy cleaning supplies. I was looking for garbage bags today. Their garbage bag section was really small compared to back when I used to get them at Safeway in Virginia. But the less said about Virginia, the better. But the deal of the day, you go to their soup section, their cupped ramen noodle soup and all that. 4 packs of ramen noodle soup, the 4 little bricks, for $1. Can you believe that? Those things must cost 5 cents each. They're bland. They don't taste like much, but when you need carbs and calories like I do, because I'm barely eating, and you need food cheap, that's what you get. So 4 ramen noodles for $1. They have other noodles there too. I got a few Japanese noodles. What is the other one? Lo mein, chow mein. That's it. Chow mein, or did I get lo mein? I don't remember. But those are like 89 cents, $1. Man, I'll just get 4 for $1. And they have those in creamy or roast chicken. I don't know if there's any different. Neither taste like chicken. They just taste like bland noodles, even with the seasoning. So, that's the deal of the day. Other thing you should be doing daily, floss daily. I'm serious. It prevents gum disease, maybe even more so than brushing your teeth. I don't know that for sure. Brush your teeth every day. But every day I wait to floss until after I eat. Brushing my teeth I do before I eat. I heard that's better. It's something like you should let some of the coating of the food stick to your teeth, whatever, it protects it somehow. But floss every day after you eat at least once. I only do it once, I'm lazy. But every time I get food out of between my teeth and I can smell the bad breath coming out. I know that's really gross, but I can smell it. I'm like, holy crap, there's all this bacteria and stuff. And what happened, microbes, is they're eating stuff, little bits of food in your mouth. They defecate into your mouth. And my brother, Michael, the dumbass, the racist, I told him that once. He's like, that's good, right? Fucking moron. But that's partly what gives you bad breath and also can cause gum disease and stuff. So floss every day after you, and I'm inevitably picking out food with that too. So it's a great way of helping keep your teeth clean, especially because I haven't been to a dentist in like 8 years. Never had a cavity, by the way. I am clenching my teeth way too much because I'm sitting on my computer lately, reading and writing. I forgot what I was doing. Today I read the screenplay for Sicario. Excellent screenplay, really tense to read. When you can't afford to watch movies like I can't, not even to rent them or get Netflix, read screenplays. Only if you're really into it. I don't recommend it for everybody. For me, I love reading screenplays because it's like, this is like being able to watch a movie without actually paying for it or seeing it. And plus, it's immensely educational for me as a screenwriter, as a beginning screenwriter. Other thing about working on my computer all day, if you'll notice in the description, I have links to Sunspace. Go there, follow them on Instagram, follow them on Facebook. I forgot for a second. And follow them on Twitch. Both in their Facebook and the Instagram, they have the links to the Twitch page. More so on Facebook. You can't really link stuff directly on Instagram, but it tells you the name of the Twitch page, Sunland Sun Space. Tuesdays and Thursdays, they have. I just I farted. Tuesdays and Thursdays, they have live streams. Tuesdays, it's Unusual Tuesdays. Great show. It's a lot of fun. It's like a 2-hour show. They put a lot into it. And I'm asking this because, for one thing, it's a lot of fun. I've been going to Sunspace almost every day since the quarantine began 4 months ago. I saw the owner today. I'm like, thanks, for letting me come by so much. Because I don't see him much. Normally, I'll just message him and say, hey, can I come over today? He says, yeah, no problem. He just wants me to know when I'm coming over. He offers to let me sleep there if I want. I did sleep there once by accident. I fell asleep. I was tired, but I like sleeping there. It's just I want to be able to get up and be in my car and shower in the street and stuff. I don't want to do it in the area of Sunspace because if there's people around, I would stand out there a lot. Where I sleep, there's homeless people sleeping all over, so nobody cares. They're probably glad I'm showering in the street, But they're being so nice to me. They're shut down due to the Trump virus, and they're not able to do live shows except online. So they have the Tuesday night Unusual Tuesdays, which if you'll look on my channel, you'll see I had videos from there that I would play my own videos, and then I would go up and say something about them usually, or say something funny. And also they're doing Thursday night jazz shows, so check those out. And by the way, the Unusual Tuesdays, great variety show. They have music interludes, they have great graphics, and one of the guys who works on the show, he builds models, like little models of like mountains and whatever, and they project that on the show. It's a whole thing that's put together well with like OBS, I guess. So they have a switcher and stuff, and they're using my camera actually to help do the show now. So go check it out. My camera's part of the show. And support them because they're supporting me. And a lot of the videos I edit and stuff, all the videos I edit, it's only because I can work out of Sunspace. I can make noodles and tea at Sunspace. I can take shits at Sunspace. The goddamn park bathrooms have been closed for days now. It's out of order. And who knows what disaster happened in there. But it's great to be able to go there and use it. It's like a great apartment for me to be at. It's so cool. So go support them, because it's just a way of me supporting them back. I would love to donate to them. I don't have money. They are a non-profit. You can donate on their website if you want. But I'm so glad the owner, I'm like, you could tell me anytime I can't come here. I'd be fine. He's like, oh, it's fine, Angelo. If you want to come over and sleep here sometime, that's fine too. And so he's being really generous with that. And by the way, he's one of my favorite YouTubers. Look up Steve Clymer on YouTube. I should have linked to that as well. But look up Steve Clymer. Subscribe to the Dr. O'Dub channel that has the Steve Clymer videos. A lot of you have seen them. The Flex Trek Whip Snake. Have you seen the 20-foot high backpack on the guy? Steve Clymer is the guy. His real name is Noel. And he lets me stay at Sunspace and work there almost every day. I was there earlier today. And it's great to charge my phone too. Fill up my water bottles. So support them. Sunspace, everybody. Think about it. Alright? What do you have to lose? Okay? Like Trump says, try it. What do you have to lose? Last bit of news. I was talking about Office Hours Live and the new ebook, which I swear to you, do not say I wrote that book. Okay, I gotta get... People are saying I wrote this book. Whoa, what happened? Okay. I don't know what happened to the stream again, this damn phone. But, yeah, I gotta get a good job and get a better phone at some point. Office Hours. I did not write that book. I didn't write it. Okay? Don't say I did. Oh, Lauren's kid's dad is back. Alright, Lauren, thanks for joining. Sean, I don't care. Yes, I do need to use the bathroom in the middle of the night frequently. I wake up in fucking pain because I have to urinate so much. But I have my water bottles to help me out with that. I never have to take a dump at night. Generally not. I'm good. But Office Hours Live, they just hit 3,000 Patreon supporters. Which, by the way, you can support me on Patreon if you want. $1 a month, that helps. Patreon takes a much smaller cut than YouTube. They hit 3,000 Patreon supporters, and this is pretty much all Tim Heidecker is doing lately. It's his main job, at least. Yeah, he has a new album, Fear of Death. I want to get that when I have money. But the main thing he can do now is Office Hours out of his home, his podcast. It's hilarious. It's so funny. They have great bits every week. They keep improving it. And they used to have a bunch of technical problems. They still do sometimes, but they're not as bad as before. They used to be just kind of like almost stop the show. And generally it's better. It was laggy the other week, but you know, that happens, can't control it. Anyways, with 3,000 Patreons, they're going to do their Morning Madness radio show, like satire or parody, called WOHL. Which was hilarious. They did it before. It was so goddamn funny. I was laughing hysterically. I was desperate to do my own remix of it. I posted a remix of it. If you look on my Twitter and just search WOHL, you'll find it. And it's a hilarious, it was a hilarious stream full of like making fun of those overly energetic, annoying morning radio DJs. Like, hey, all right, it's Bugster and Filth here. We're going to do some break calls. Let's get up on the horn. And we're calling Janelle. Janelle over at the Chrysler dealership. She's got, like somebody told us that her plumbing is stopped up at her home. The hot water doesn't run. So we're going to call Janelle and tell her we're going to have to rip apart the foundation of her house to get her. This is going to be so good. Give me the. All right. Oh, sure, you can't do that. Hello? Janelle at Chrysler, Jeep Chrysler, how can I help you? Hi, Janelle. Yeah, this is Dave's Plumbing. We're like, somebody referred to us. Apparently, you put out a message that your hot water isn't working. Yeah, we're going to have to level your home. You're going to have to stay in a motel for a month, so good luck with that, you fucking loser. And it's going to cost you $11,000. Hang up! Ah! They were making fun of that stuff. And by the way, Bugster and Filth, credit to that. Mike Nelson came up with that name in his book Movie Mega Cheese, his book of essays. Wait, I think it was that. Maybe it was Mind Over Matters. I can't remember. Mike Nelson from Mystery Science Theater 3000, my favorite show of all time. If you're not aware, the name of this channel comes from Mystery Science Theater 3000, the Pod People episode, when they're making fun of the song. Anyways, when they're making fun of the song that the characters sing, the Idiot Control Now song, one of the lyrics sounds so mangled that Joel and the bots sing it sound like Flying Over Trout instead of whatever they sing in the movie, Pod People. So, yes, they're going to do a 3-hour Morning Madness on Office Hours. So go check that out. Check out the ebook, which don't you dare say I ever wrote that. Don't you dare ever say I wrote that. I did not write that book. Alright? So just stop it. Stop it. Don't you ever say I wrote that book. You want to go there? You want to suggest stuff you don't even know about? Go ahead. Try it. Go ahead. Go ahead, tell someone. One more health tip of the day. Eat oatmeal. 2 health tips of the day. Get vinegar with mother in it. Mother, what a weird name, but it's a good name, I guess. It's something unpasteurized and unfiltered. I don't know. It's like protein that comes with the vinegar. Where's vinegar come from anyways? I just thought, what, does it come from a plant? What is it? Apple cider. Oh, apples. Store in a cool, dry place. Yeah, right. It gets like 150 degrees in my car during the day. Shake it up. Have a little bit. once daily or twice daily. It's good for your digestion and stuff. Supposedly, over time, it helps you lose a little extra weight. So, I need every health boost I can get. That's why I get this from the food bank. I don't buy it from Trader Joe's. I don't step foot in that place. I don't hate it. It's just I can't afford the stuff there. Also, probably a little further away from where I am. I'm in the poorer area of the valley. And with the Trump virus shutdown that's making people line up outside stores, I don't want to be outside with all those, whites and stuff. Makes me uncomfortable. Nothing against them. I'm white. But I just don't like waiting in line. And also, Trader Joe's is always like, it's tough to get through there. It's very narrow. I go to Vallarta and the food bank, depending on how much food stamp money I have left. If it's more than 0, I go to Vallarta. If it's less than 0, I go to the food bank. And I'm eating very little, trying to lose another 30 pounds, maybe in 30 days. Okay, more like 60 days. But I am losing a lot of weight. It's great. I need to. I can still see it. I don't look great. I could lose another 30 pounds at least. I don't know how much I've lost. It's at least 12 pounds. Hello, Grim Replos. Hello, FFFF. Thank you for joining. So that's the news. So now we can get into the after hours part of the show. Oh boy. I do not like wearing suits. They give me anxiety. That's really what it is. I'm not going to be on really long. I want to do a bunch of writing. I'm just trying to write as much as humanly possible to get my writing better so I can get movies made out of my screenplays. I'd like to direct them myself, but I'd also be fine with if a great director is able to work on them, do that too. Again, script I read today, Sicario. I forget who wrote it. I should remember these writers' names more. It's unfortunate. I barely know any screenwriters. I know a bunch of directors and actors, not as many as I should, but I don't know many screenwriters. Do I miss living in Virginia? Hell no. I hated it there. I hate it more even thinking about going back to it. It's just too small, too miserable. Small concerns, small roads, small buildings. I like things big. Big mountains here, big roads, big fields, big parks, big celebrities, big personalities. Not that it's all about celebrities or anything, but big entertainers in a way. Big, artists and all that. Big billboards everywhere. I mean, big downtown. Downtown in DC and Arlington, it's like a few blocks compared of Los Angeles, Arlington, I mean, the downtown is like one strip, which was fine when I was there. I was like, this is a big city. This is happening. I didn't realize how small it was, and I thought I would enjoy it when I went back to visit about a year ago. I was so depressed. It really disturbed me. Like, even when I left, I was like, oh my goodness, I was hating it. I felt so upset being there. LA to me is the greatest city in the world. Even with all its problems and the Trump virus shutdown causing 20% unemployment, and just the fact that, there's not much support for the homeless, for renters, all kinds of problems, but we do have a $15 an hour minimum wage in California. We do have health insurance programs that are way better than in much of the country. I'm on Medi-Cal. I don't plan on using it yet, but when I get down in my weight, I really want to go get a physical. I know it's kind of stupid to wait, but I just don't want a doctor telling me, oh, your cholesterol's high, you got to lower it. I'm like, let me lose weight, get my cholesterol down, and then I don't want them telling me to get on cholesterol meds or anything. So I don't know if that's a stupid idea or not. What kind of question is that? Do I miss my dad? I'm thinking maybe I'll have a little more vinegar. Alright. Friggin' thing screwed up. phone messed up. With a little vinegar, not oatmeal. Yeah, to go around asking people, hey, your dead family member, do you miss them? Just a little. I don't need a lot of vinegar. I had some this morning. Little goes a long way. Yeah, LA's great, even though I've only seen like the same 4 square miles or so in the last 4 months. It's still great. I still love it. I would much rather be here any given day. I love, even though North Hollywood, it's known as kind of, the crappier part of LA and stuff, and kind of crummy. I remember Adam Carolla would rant about it growing up there all the time, and going to North Hollywood High and stuff, and how much it was just a dump. I'm like, this is way better than anything I could have experienced on the East Coast, basically. Yeah, I've been in Manhattan. I like it there. I wouldn't want to live there. It's kind of intimidating, the architecture and everything, and I can't stand being in the heat in a city like that. Like in DC, it was fucking miserable. But here, I'm like, North Hollywood's amazing. Even the supposed crappy parts. And by the way, the mailbox that I rent out, that business has been broken into twice recently. So yeah, it's got problems and everything, and it's way too expensive, and the traffic is bad, but it's still amazing. It's still like the best thing I could ever have. And to me, it's like my dreams are from here. All these movies I've seen. I just read the screenplay for Heat. Heat is set in LA, all in real locations. There's no stages. I'm like, this is where my dreams come from, because I've been watching movies that have been shot in LA or set in LA, even if they're shot in Vancouver or something, all my life. So to me, I never get over it. I'm amazed every day that I'm here. Wow. It's kind of weird when the vinegar tastes sweet. I'm like, what's wrong with the vinegar? It almost tastes like coconut juice. Maybe I should have refrigerated it. Oh, swallowed way too much. But it's good for you. I'll clean you out. Maybe it's residue from the chai tea I had in here earlier. Got Trader Joe's chai tea from the food bank. Heat is a masterpiece. And you know what? I couldn't appreciate it when I was younger. I saw it when I was like 19 or 20. And I sold the DVD to one of my managers at the movie theater I worked at, because I'm like, yeah, I didn't think it was great. I didn't think it was great because I hadn't lived enough, I hadn't experienced enough to understand what these characters were about and what this story was really about. Now that I'm older, I'm like, it makes so much more sense. I get it. Like, I just couldn't understand certain stories when I was younger because I didn't understand what these are worlds so different from me. This world of law enforcement and of being deep in crime to where it's just a profession. And I read the screenplay. It's very close to the movie. Some stuff deleted, and some of the deleted scenes from the script they shot, you can find on the Blu-ray or DVD or whatever. But yeah, and I can't afford to watch movies now for the most part. YouTube has some free movies. Ugh. But I read the screenplays and I learn a ton, and I'm like, how the hell did Michael Mann write this? It is so good. It's so deceptive. Like, it always seems like it's about something else, but it's always directly about these characters and their worldviews and how they're such forces against each other. And there's so many characters in it. That's a hard thing to balance too. You have to make sure your story's not splitting off in a million different directions. And he said it took him years, and I just was watching hours of interviews with him, and he said it took him years to be able to write it. And he's always been interested in crime, and he talked to lots of bank robbers and even murderers and any criminals he could, and law enforcement people, and he had technical advisors, who used to be bank robbers and who were in law enforcement, and even British SAS trained the actors to do the big shootout. And by the way, a lot of that stuff, like, you couldn't film anymore. The airport stuff after 9/11, you cannot film stuff like that near an airport. The FAA regulations are against it. You just cannot. You're not going to be able to pay enough, nothing. Not only that, I can only imagine too, they were filming with real jumbo jets going through the airport. Robert De Niro really runs across the tarmac or whatever across one jumbo jet, and they were firing guns, and it seemed like the planes were really there. I know some of it's lighting and stuff, but you definitely couldn't fire blanks around a plane anymore like that. So you can't make a movie like that anymore. I'm sure you could stage it and stuff, and it would look convincing now with the special effects, but the fact that they were shooting, there were no computer effects in that movie that I know of, so that it was all on location, and yeah, just amazing. And Michael Mann, man, he knows his stuff. He's intimidating, man. I've heard, he's taskmaster on set, and he's very, he seems in control, but he also seems like a nice guy too. Nobody's all one way. Cam H, thank you so much. That's great. Donation $4.99. I appreciate it. Rounding up news for you all. Recommend having a bike in LA. Oh, you've taken like 6 Ubers already. Oh, Ace, are you in LA? I don't really have a good answer for that because I don't know. I'm scared of riding a bike. I know how to ride a bike. I rode them a lot as a kid, like dirt bikes, to jump ramps and stuff. Fell off them a bunch of times. Always with pedal brakes. I hated the handle brakes, but those are also, pedal brakes are a little unreliable in that if the chain jams, like you're fucking you got to hit your feet on the ground, and or if the chain slips, that is. Whereas the handle brakes are more reliable, I guess, but I never got used to those. I don't know. I mean, lots of people do have bikes here. There are lots of people with skateboards, lots with scooters. I'm just afraid of bad drivers, because it doesn't matter how skilled of a bike rider you are, you can get killed easily by a bad driver. So I don't know, but a lot of people do ride bikes. I see it everywhere. I see it in the valley, and lots of people on skateboards. It always creeps me out, the sound of skateboarding at night when I'm trying to sleep, and I got to realize, oh, that jumping, that clacking sound, it's skateboards. It's not somebody breaking stuff or whatever. In DR, where's DR? Dominican Republic? What is that? Where is that? Yeah, you can get anywhere on the train in New York. That's right. That was fun. I rode better than the subway. I know the subway is notoriously bad in New York. In DC, it sucks even more so. Constant maintenance, constant repairs, constant fans out, constant single tracking, constant delays, overcrowded trains, all that. Yeah, thanks again, Cam H. But yeah, I don't know about riding a bike. I would say ask around on bike forums in LA or something. Find what people say about it on there, because if I was riding a bike here, all I know is, one, have it decked out with lighting and stuff, and have a good lock on it, and if there's a bike equivalent of LoJack or something, because there's lots of thefts and stuff, so I would try, if possible, if it's worth it, don't spend much on a bike, but also have a good system of protection for it, and have a helmet, and have lots of good lighting and stuff. And people are very inventive with their lighting here. They got like circus lights on their wheels. It looks beautiful, these red, green, and blue multicolored patterns that go around on their bikes, these LEDs. So I would say, do stuff like that. But again, I don't know, because I don't know how safe it is. And I know at least one guy who does it, and he's done it without having a car, and he'll either get rides everywhere, or taxis and Ubers, or he'll ride his bike. But I personally wouldn't do that just because I'm scared of it. But I don't know. Maybe I'd get used to it. But you have to be extremely cautious, because one mistake, somebody else's mistake, can kill you or seriously injure you. So I don't know. Ask on, look for bike forums in LA. You'll find them, I'm sure. I don't even have to look. I've never looked them up. I'm sure they're there, just because there's 4 million people here. So look around and see what they say. Also, I know the screenwriter that I've met several times, William Martell. Oh, shit. Okay, that was annoying. What I was saying, hello, Silvally Lover 79. Oh, okay, yes, Dominican Republic, La República Dominicana. Um, William Martell, screenwriter, who apparently, I guess, lives around here. He posts about this on Facebook, so it's not like I'm putting his stuff out there. He rides his bike everywhere. He writes how he takes like 6 mile bike rides and stuffs, and it's in the area I'm in, Burbank. So it's possible. I see people do it all the time. Again, I'm just paranoid that someone won't see me, you know, or they'll be looking over their shoulder and trying to merge somewhere and not see you. Generally, I've only seen people be very respectful around bicyclists. You know, if I see one that's on a, you know, the road even where it's 40 miles an hour, you know, nobody honks. I've never seen anyone honk like that. Whatever, just go around them or just stay behind them. I've had to do that like once or twice, but I don't know. That's my answer to that. Is look to people who actually do it and ask them. Also, there's probably Facebook groups of bikers in LA. You know, bicycle riders. Yeah, and at least have a helmet. If not, I don't know what else is recommended for riding a bike. I guess a helmet's the main thing, right? When you're riding a motorcycle, that's more when you need leather and, you know, sort of like leather armor, jacket and stuff and all that. I see people riding their motorcycles with, you know, t-shirts or wife beaters on, so that's crazy to me. But I get it. You know, you can do what you want. But I say wear a helmet, though. Toyota Tacoma. That's another truck I was going to recommend for Toyotas. A lot of SUVs from other companies, they're junk, they're shit, their transmissions are shitty, they'll break down and you'll have to spend thousands to rebuild transmissions or take a risk getting one from a junkyard. You have no idea if it works. The junkyard owner will not tell you any info or have any info about it. So yeah, if you're getting an SUV, get a Toyota or an old GMC or Ford, but get a mechanic to inspect it thoroughly first. Pay them their 40 or 50 bucks, whatever. Yeah, a guy wearing shorts while riding a motorcycle. I mean, you know, I respect bikers on the road. I always, if they're splitting lanes, and that's legal by the way, so if they're splitting lanes, and I pretty much always see them doing it as at a reasonable speed. Maybe once or twice I've seen it where like they're going way too much faster than the rest of traffic. That's dangerous. But if I see them splitting lanes or I hear them, I'll move out of the way a little bit, you know, out of courtesy for them, because they're helping traffic move faster and they're doing their thing, you know. So I respect that they're trying to drive safe. If they're riding shorts, try and, you know, let them go. Let them be safe, you know. It's crazy when I hear them revving up, and they never seem to be going that fast, but when they're revving up at night and like going super fast, a lot of motorcycle riders around here too, and it's so loud, and you know, it echoes off all the buildings and everything. Kind of creeps me out because when I dissociate sometimes when I'm falling asleep at night, I feel like I'm flashing out of my body, and the car that's revving up or the motorcycle is going to hit me when I hear all that noise. Click like, everyone, helps the video out. It looks like I am getting a bunch of likes. 20 likes, 12 people. That's great. I don't know how much longer I'm going to go. 83% on the battery, maybe till 80% on the battery. My phone, because I do want to get writing done. I'll eat a little more peanut butter. Spending too much on these from Vallarta. They're like $2.15 or whatever. 99-cent only store. The food stamp card works there, and I can get like a jar like this big, you know, like this big for $1 or $1.50 or whatever. But it gets really crowded there quick. I don't feel like going there, so whatever, I'll live with it. And I really got to find a job. That is for sure. So tomorrow I have the job presentation thing, whatever, sort of an orientation, even though I'm not signed up yet to get the job, but I'd like this. I don't care if it's full-time. I don't particularly care if it's overnight. And the thing is, I do care if it's overnight, but I'll take it and just deal with it. You know, I'll sleep with the windows down in my car because it's worth it to me to get a job like that pays well, cleaning buildings, and I'm not dealing with customers. Or Jeff Bezos' underlings. Yeah, I heard fireworks last night too. There's fireworks constantly in LA. Last few weeks I haven't heard them much. But yeah, there were a ton on the 4th of July. A ton. Miles and miles up and down the road. They were nonstop. So many of them felt like they were bursting near my car. It was scary. But for like the whole year before that, there were fireworks going off practically every day. I still hear them, not nearly as much though. I'm pretty sure I heard some last night. But whereas before I could hear them throughout the evening, now it's like last night, I think I noticed them like maybe 3 went off or something. And before that, I haven't noticed any for days or weeks. I don't know. If they went off, they were a little further away. But people love fireworks here. I don't get it. To me, it's a dumb form of entertainment. It was kind of funny on the 4th of July, just how insane it was. It was so fucking insane. Police told people don't fire fireworks. Everybody was firing fireworks. People in the parking lot I was sleeping in were firing Roman candles or like bottle rockets. It was so fucked up. But it's funny, the police, they can't do anything because if they don't know who fired it, there's nothing they can do. They can see it down the street. Unless they know who fired it, there's nothing they can do, so it's pointless, you know. I don't know anybody personally who sets off fireworks, but a ton of people do. For some reason, people in LA love fireworks. I'd practically never hear fireworks in Virginia except on the 4th of July. I can't think if maybe I heard them like Memorial Day or something, but LA is a different kind of place. I'm going to get going in a few minutes here, everybody. I did my news roundup. I performed admirably. Oh shit, truck's going by fast. God damn, I hate that noise. Always sounds like a fucking piston's going to fly through the car and hit me. But tomorrow, check my social media. I'll post it on the community page as well for the office hours ebook, Make Me Laugh, Make Me Smile, an unofficial office hours tale. Cover art by Justin McGuire. Look him up on Instagram and Twitter. He sells his art as well. He sells posters of the cover art for Make Me Laugh, Make Me Smile. Again, I was just given this ebook one day. I was paid $750 to publish it by a stranger. Do not come after me asking all kinds of inquisitory questions about this book. I will shut you down. Or just try and find info about the book from the guy who wrote it, or person, or whoever. No, I'm not eating Jim Baker food. Although I was thinking today, if my mom ever moves to LA, and I'd like for her to move here, and if we do have a big earthquake or whatever, she'll bring her Jim Baker's buckets with her. Because we do have 2, the Christmas variety buckets I got for our review. She still has them. And they're good food, it's just they're overpriced and they're from a con man. So I told her, you know, keep those. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's annoying. But if we ever had a big earthquake here and she needed them, she would have them. But yeah, next time if I want survival food, I'll get it from somewhere that's reputable and it's cheaper. But yeah, tomorrow. Read, and it's a short ebook. It's not long. It's a novella. It's not a novel. Make Me Laugh, Make Me Smile, An Unofficial Office Hours Tale by O. And this is a mysterious person. They're just a creep, a weirdo. That stalked me and left this flash stick on the hood of my car one day. Somehow got my phone number and sent me $750 to publish this story. Okay, I'm still dissociating and stuff. I gotta calm down from that. Also, the stream keeps cutting out. It's really annoying. So yes, we did get shovels. I don't remember if we kept them. I guess we did. But the shovels are good too. They're sturdy, so it's a good deal. Watch my review, my mom's review of Jim Baker's Buckets. Anyways, I'm dissociating. I gotta calm down, and also this stream keeps cutting out. So check out the ebook tomorrow, everyone. Office hours. Bye.